Jared Dienda, and this is Snap-on Tools Great Garages. We're at 12,000 feet atop Winter Park Resort in Winter Park, Colorado, where Snap-on tools are being utilized to maintain the Snowcats and all the snow vehicles. We're in Winter Park, Colorado to check out a facility that not only maintains wheeled vehicles, sleds, but also the big cats, the Snowcats. Let's check it out. Dave, how's it going?
Good, how you doing?
Yeah, good, man. Thanks for having us, and you've been here for 25 years.
Yes, I have. I've started here in '93, and I slowly worked my way up through different departments, different jobs, and I found my way to here, and I really enjoy this particular aspect and the maintenance side of it.
So you have a real great understanding of Winter Park, Colorado, and its growth. You guys have grown tremendously over the years.
Oh yeah, I mean, you look at different aspects of all these resorts out here, everybody is getting bigger and bigger, and it's interesting.
And you're in ski boots. You're ready to shred at any point in time.
Oh yeah, I mean, absolutely. Anytime you get a chance, you want to head out on the hill and just hit some of the grooming, hit the bumps and everything.
Well, we're out here, Snap-on tools being utilized in colder conditions this season of Great Garages. We're taking a look at different conditions, different elements, and different, you can see the elephant in the room, better yet, the cat in the room. We'll get to that in a moment, but Snap-on tools helping utilize your facility and all your vehicles. Give us a grand scope of the history and how many vehicles you have, how many employees you have.
Yeah, so there's 8 mechanics that work here in the shop that take care of 27 Snowcats. There's 120 wheeled vehicles. There's 4 loaders, a grader. We've got 57 snowmobiles. We've also got random stuff that nobody even actually knows. You'll be working here for years and all of a sudden something will come out of the woodwork and wow, we have this, and it's like, yeah, guess what? You get to work on it now.
Yeah, this building's fairly old and you're jamming a lot of stuff in here. With the growth of Winter Park,
we've moved vehicle maintenance over here. We've got the snowmobiles over here now. It used to be just the Snowcats on this side. We've definitely adapted to everything that we've had to do.
So the Snowcats, from when you started 25 years ago, grooming.
When I was here 25 years ago, they were all just mechanical joints and everything else. Now the electronics are coming on board, and you've got 10 different computers running everything with the CAN bus and different stuff like that. So it's definitely progressing into who knows what the limit is.
How cold does it get here?
When I first moved here, we had negative 50 degrees, and it stayed there for 7 days, day and night. That's when I was out being a lift op, and it was like, wow, this is...
Tips up.
This is cold. You know, and the summers are just great.
Well, I appreciate you opening the doors and give us an experience here at Winter Park. Beautiful facility, and I'm looking forward to snowboarding. But this thing, it's impressive. Can we take a walk over here and kind of look at it, give it a generic overview of this thing?
Absolutely.
All right.
Let's take a look at it.
Dave, we are at the back end of this Snowcat. What's the manufacturer of this?
Casbro All-Terrain Vehicles is who manufactures this one. And we also have Prenos here that are manufactured up in Granby, Quebec.
Okay, and this is manufactured where?
This one's in Germany.
Okay, and it has how many different actions it can do on either the front or the back?
This basically has 3 different stages of grooming. You have the blade, which knocks down drifts, moguls, whatever. Then you have the tracks that'll help chew it up. And then this tiller at the end weaves down the fine little corduroy that you see in the morning after it tills it up.
What's one of these costs, I gotta ask?
You're looking at $400,000.
Yeah, I mean, it's impressive. It's gonna take some abuse, but it needs a lot of maintenance.
The biggest thing that happens with these things that people don't realize is you get all that snow on them, and it'll start working all these little fittings loose, and then they'll just start seeping a little bit.
I've been a snowboarder for quite some time. I'm 40 years old, but cats didn't always look like this.
The original groomer actually was here. It was called the Bradley Packer, and it was a toe-behind roller that they skied down the hill. And the original premise of it was to knock down underneath the lifts so we could pull people up. And slowly it progressed through that people wanted more and more of the flat skiing, so it got more and more refined from rollers into the tillers that actually leave a perfect comb surface at the end.
You're the manager. Let me see those hands real quick. Those are pretty soft. That means technicians are getting their hands dirty. So if you don't mind, I'd like to talk to a technician about the power plant on this thing. Do you have a technician in mind?
Absolutely. We'll grab Justin and he can go over it with you guys.
All right, let's wrap out with Justin.
Cool.
Justin, how we doing?
Hey, good.
We are up on the tracks now. A little shaky here, but it can hold a lot of weight. What is your title here?
I'm a Snowcat technician here. Been here 15 years.
Did you start when you were 5? You look like you're 20 years old.
Thanks, I'm not that young.
Yeah. What power plant are we dealing with in this cat as well as the fleet?
Yeah, this is a Cummins, 9-liter, and then Prenoff runs a C9 Caterpillar, which is about the same liter.
So I got to ask the question everybody wants to know: how much horsepower, how much torque?
It's 375 horse and just about 1,200 foot-pounds of torque.
That's crazy.
It's plenty of turning power to turn the pumps and get you up the hill.
It's very impressive. These tracks, what are we looking at here? Because this has evolved over time.
Piston Boy likes to run the aluminum, which I think is a lot nicer to work with. Prenoff usually runs a steel that's more open with a bolt and a nut in some spots and a backing plate, which is kind of a pain to get to. The lacings have changed a lot over the years. They went to this overlap lacing. It used to be a piano hinge where you had to stick the bolt all the way through a hinge, which was way harder to line up.
And you'll take those off every summer and basically maneuver it around without the tracks. What tool do you most commonly find in your hand?
I like the digital torque wrench.
The one right here?
The one right there.
This one? Why is that kind of a critical tool for you?
It works great when you're doing engine work with head bolts and stuff. You got the degrees and a little bit of flex. You can get past injectors, stuff like that.
Yeah, well, right on, Justin. Really appreciate your time.
Thanks.
Thank you. Alec, what's going on, man?
Oh, I'm doing great.
Yeah, so we are in the cockpit of this big cat. If you could walk us through how this thing operates, because it's pretty impressive. It's all in the hands, there's no feet controls.
Yep, pretty much. I mean, the only foot control you have right here, just your accelerator pedal.
Okay.
There's no brakes, no nothing. Way you slow it down, just pull back on your sticks pretty much. If you got them all the way forward, that's your highest speed you can go.
Talking about the hydraulics, what's going on here? A lot of hoses, a lot of tubes, a lot of arms, rams, all the different points of articulation, what you can do with it. How many points and how do you control that?
Oh, I think there is 8 points of articulation. I mean, basically it moves just like your hand does. I mean, you'll go side to side. You have wing functions over there, and it's all just controlled just by this right here, 3 buttons. These work your wings. This does your curl, float, everything, tilt up and down.
That's to massage the snow, and then you go over and roll over it, and then out back you got tilt.
Yeah, and you always want to have your blade down to get rid of all those little humps. Kind of is an art form, and I enjoy skiing on a good groom run.
Right.
Yeah.
I don't need you to go grab it, but I gotta ask you, what's your favorite snap-on tool?
Ooh, gotta be the breaker bar.
Why is that?
Well, see these hubs, we put red Loctite on them in the summer. We gotta take them off every year, switch them around, that way they're wearing evenly.
Yeah.
And that's about the only thing that pops it off of there.
When your franchisee shows up, walking the truck, I gotta have what?
Ooh, 1/2-inch impact, because we go on the hill. Can't really bring your air compressor with you or anything, and they put out a pretty decent amount of power. I want one.
Efficiency and working smarter, not harder.
Yeah, I mean, you don't want to drag a whole bunch of cords around with you, hoses and all that, and we're underneath the cat sometimes.
Right on. Well, I appreciate it again.
Yeah,
thanks,
thanks,
Alec.
Jared.
Thank you for your time. Dave, that looks like a normal truck. That's a truck that you'd find on any road out here, but you have quite a fleet of trucks that you service. Outside of that, trucks, buses, a lot of different things. How many?
We have 120 wheeled vehicles here, so we have a wide variety of them.
Yeah.
Anywhere from dump trucks to buses down to the vehicles that are all 4-wheel drive pretty much for up here, and it just ranges all over the place.
Yeah, putting snow tires on them, general maintenance. It's kind of a different side of the shop over here because, like you said, the wheeled vehicles as well as sledded vehicles. You got some tracks over there. How many sleds do you have?
We have 57 snow wheels.
You have somebody that handles that as well, though.
Absolutely. We have a supervisor that is in charge of all of this.
His name's Corey, right?
Yes,
All right,
absolutely.
let's catch up with Corey.
Cool.
Corey, how's it going?
Good, how are you doing?
Yeah, good. If you could, tell us your story. Coming from Nebraska, and you've been here 20 years?
Just about 20 years. I went to tech school, Southeast Community College in Lincoln campus for motorcycle small engine repair, and a buddy of mine, we decided, hey, let's go be ski bums for a year. Still here.
Now you got snow motorcycles, right?
Oh, yeah.
And they literally do have those now. Do you still consider yourself a ski bum?
Not as much anymore.
Not as much?
You get older and you kind of slow down a little bit.
Your knees and your back, thank you.
Exactly.
All right, but you're still breaking your back because you're working on a ton of vehicles here. You knew I was going to ask you this question. If you could pull out the tool you find most commonly in your hand, and what is that?
Well, it's going to be the 13 mil ratchet wrench.
Okay.
My background coming from the snowmobiles, these are Skidoo predominantly, so they are a metric system. So this little baby can fix most things on it.
Yeah, just tight tolerances, like you said, the smaller head, box end, open end. Yeah, it does everything you need.
Yeah, exactly. And you got to have the bent head on it, you know. fit in those tight spots for sure.
And then you can flip it over for different access. Yeah, that's a critical tool, man. Thank you so much, man. Appreciate your time.
Thank you.
All right, Dave, thank you so much. And I could definitely see why you moved from Kansas to Winter Park. You run a great operation here, man.
Absolutely. We appreciate you guys coming out and visiting us, and come back and see us anytime you want.
We're glad that Snap-on Tools could help you along the way. But without further ado, you guys have a lot of fun toys. It's my turn to go have some fun. So I'm gonna check your grooming on the slips and go shred.
Absolutely.
Right,
have
man.
at it.
See ya. Comment below on which mountain you like to shred. Also, be sure to like and share. Thanks for watching Snap-on Tools Great Garages.